It's rare that Sony and PlayStation would announce a PlayStation Plus freebie months ahead of time, but that's exactly what they did with Destruction All-Stars, a game that was initially scheduled to be a launch PlayStation 5 title for $70. In turn, it was delayed until February of 2021, and it was made into a freebie for PlayStation Plus subscribers, quote-unquote free, depending on your length to use that term. However, this is a game I think they made the right decision on with delaying it, as well as making it a PlayStation Plus freebie, because I just don't think a lot of people would have ended up spending $70 for this game. And with the game having a very big focus on multiplayer, I mean, it's essentially a multiplayer title. If they were going to charge $70 a pop for every player that was going to pick up this game, I just don't think it would have had a great level of longevity. And I think with it being a Plus freebie, I mean, we can't say it's going to end up being a Rocket League or a Fall Guys, but at the very least, Sony is giving the opportunity for as many people to at least try the game as possible and giving it that additional longevity, and we'll see ultimately how it turns out. Destruction All-Stars is a game that I know a lot of you guys aren't following, and there isn't a great level of information out about the game at this point, but it is due out relatively soon. It'll be out February of 2021. So that's next month. Surprisingly, we don't have an exact date, but again, if you're a Plus subscriber, you will be able to download the game, and it will be available for 2 months. Based on the wording, I believe it is going to be one of those titles, as long as you do have your subscription, you'll be able to access the game. It's just that you'll be able to add it to your library for 2 months. If I'm understanding it correctly, I believe that's how it's going. Well, this game is being developed by Lucid Games, a studio you guys probably haven't heard of. However, they have worked on some notable titles, nothing too major. They've done Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions, that was released on pretty much every platform, and they worked on a couple of other titles. They co-developed a Need for Speed Payback with Ghost Games, so that's kind of interesting. But Destruction All-Stars is definitely going to be the one title that is going to have them with a lot of focus, even though it's not a game with a ton of marquee appeal. The fact of the matter is, it's a PlayStation 5 title that was scheduled to be $70 and not a Plus title. Now it has transitioned into a Plus title, so I think it's going to have an inherent level of interest that is going to be pretty significant, at least when the game comes out, and hopefully they can sustain it as well. So what is the game? Well, here is the official description from the PlayStation.com website. Pile on the destruction from behind the wheel or on foot in the global phenomenon that is Destruction All-Stars. Stars and cars collide, dominate the glitter and glow phenomenon of Destruction All-Stars, the spectacular primetime sport for dangerous drivers. Master the art of intense vehicle-based combat through timing, tactics, and skills to cause colossal amounts of damage, destruction, and devastation in vibrant arenas across the globe. Pile on the destruction from behind the wheel or leap into the arena with a breathtaking reel of parkour action by dodging attacks, taking over vehicles, or using abilities to disrupt the onslaught of incoming vehicles. So it does seem like it is going to be combining a variety of different gameplay elements, not just being a vehicular combat game, but also jumping out and using the parkour gameplay elements on top of that. The website continues, cause enough mayhem to power up your All-Stars game-changing hero vehicle, fueled with special abilities. A roster of 16 blockbuster Destruction All-Stars are revved up and ready to compete. More on that in just a little bit, in the name of entertainment and demolition. So strap in for intense, explosive, and unpredictable levels of free-flowing action and fight to be crowned the Global Destruction Federation champion. What a name that is. It's time to run, ram, and slam. See you in the arena. The game also goes over a litany of its key features. It notes heroes, icons, global sensation, 16 fearless, charismatic Destruction All-Stars make up the roster. These guys are pay-per-view and pay-per-rec quality main eventers and headliners known across the world. Utilize each All-Star's ability to tailor your tactics and playstyle, exploit their agility, speed, or strength to wreck and evade rivals with powerful skills and parkour, switch between vehicles, or leap onto speeding cars in heart-stopping takeover attempts. As I mentioned, the game has a total of 16 characters. They actually put out a trailer highlighting 7 of those characters, but we do have the names of all 16. We got Ultimo, Barricado, Gian, Lupita, Sergeant Rescue, Twinkle Riot, Box Top, Shift, Fuego, Hana, Angelo, Genesis, Blue Fang, Xander, Ratu, Muna, and Harmony. So all of them have their own distinct presentation, and it looks like they actually put quite a bit of work in terms of presenting all of these characters, because they all look very, very distinct and recognizable. And I think from a gameplay standpoint, with all of them having their own signature vehicles, I think that'll add a layer to the gameplay as well. But it's very obvious to see that they did go for more of a zany, cartoony, I guess borderline wacky approach, and that can definitely work, especially for a game like this. I think there is going to be a level of appeal to it. So in terms of character representation, I think they did a pretty good job on that end. If you have not come to the conclusion this is going to be a little bit of a zany and off-the-wall game, I think that is going to be appealing to some people. Definitely has more of a cartoony look. I think that is going to be, you know, kind of something that appeals to some people, and then for other people, they might not like the look of the game. But when you talk about vehicular action games, obviously, PlayStation is synonymous with one title in particular, in Twisted Metal. I think, and I've seen this rhetoric thrown out a lot, why didn't they just make another Twisted Metal game instead of making Destruction All-Stars? Well, I think they wanted to establish a brand new IP, and who knows, it might end up being something that is appealing to a lot of people, and Twisted Metal is a little bit older at this point. And I can see arguments on both sides in wanting to create a new IP or, you know, tapping into that nostalgia box and creating a Twisted Metal game on PlayStation 5, but hey, it is what it is at this point. We're going to be getting Destruction All-Stars, so at this point it is kind of a moot point anyway. The website also notes Drive Destruction, so on top of the 16 All-Stars that are going to be in the game, they also note the finest engineers have carefully crafted 28 vehicles for the Global Destruction Federation. A number of basic vehicles will be scattered throughout each arena at the start of every match, but each All-Star also has a personal signature set of wheels that can turn the tide of any battle. So there are going to be vehicles that are going to be available to all All-Stars, and then it looks like every All-Star will have their own specific vehicle that is tailored especially towards them. Cause enough mayhem to power up your hero vehicle. Each one is fueled with special abilities to get fans off their seats. The Destruction All-Stars roster is packed with fearless daredevils who fought to get to the pinnacle of their sport through masterful skills, precise timing, and cunning tactics, complete in a storied single-player series specifically tailored to a number of playable Destruction All-Stars. Master over 50 events to prove yourself a Destruction legend, unlock new skins, emotes, and banners as you take on AI rivals and monumentous challenges spread across the 5 global arenas. So yes, while it does have a significant multiplayer focus, at the same time, it is going to have a single-player series. While I think that's going to be enjoyable for, you know, a period of time, the longevity of this game is ultimately going to come down to the multiplayer aspect of the game. And it does note, jump into a casual quick play session, earn XP in skill-based ranked matches, outshine everyone in multiple match day games, avenge previous losses in persistent rivals, and experience new limited time rule twists in special events. PlayStation 5 features also include stunning visuals, SSD obviously going to include ultra-fast load times, dynamic 4K resolution, so that's interesting to note, adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, Tempest 3D audio tech, all that good stuff is present in the game in spades. So that's about it for Destruction All-Stars. We have seen a decent bit of gameplay of the title, and I do think, you know, for $70, this would have been a really hard sell, but considering the majority of us have a PlayStation Plus subscription, I do think there's going to be a level of interest in the game. Again, initially, it's going to be up to the game itself and how committed they're going to be to the game in terms of updates and things of that nature for this game to be having a lot of longevity and being a game that we're still playing by the end of the year. We'll ultimately see how it turns out, but definitely has piqued my interest a little bit. Want to hear what you guys think. Is this a game you're excited for at all? I think with the $70 price tag stripped, I do think, again, a lot of you guys should check it out because it's just going to come with your Plus subscription. Looks like they put a lot of work into it. We'll see how it ultimately turns out, but sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.